it cut me off. Kind of hurts my feelings. Okay, but what we're going to finish doing is to solve for side A, I'm going to use my law of sines again. I'm going to say sine of 73 degrees, which is angle C, is to side C of 12 as the sine of angle A, which I just found that to be 83.5 degrees, is to side A. Now to solve for side A, we're going to cross, multiply, and divide. I kind of want to move this out of the way, all this stuff out of the way. Okay. Oh, so A is going to be equal to the cross product of 12 times the sine of 83.5 degrees divided by the sine of 73 degrees. Okay? And so once you crunch that on your calculator, you get 12.5 units. That is 12.5. A is 12.5. Okay? Now, quick check here. The largest... Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, whoa. Okay, the largest angle is opposite the longest side. Okay? And the smallest angle is opposite the shortest side. So all that makes sense. Okay? Now let's go on to example 4 in this video. Pretend like we don't know what the title is. We're just supposed to solve the triangle. Let's set it up. Okay? I'm going to draw a little reference triangle going on here. We are given side B and its pair is angle B. So if B is 6, then down here is angle B and it is the 38 degrees. Side C is 12. Let me say that this is side C, which is 12. And what's important is opposite of that would be angle C, and then we need to fill in with the rest of it. So down here would be angle A, and over here, side A. So that's what needs to go in our answer box. We have angle C, we have angle A, and we have side A. All right. So we've got a pair of givens here, so we can use our law of sines. I'm going to say that you know what, this is like way too big. Move that over. It's like crowding me. Angle C, angle A, side A. Scooch over, answer box. Okay. All right. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, now we have that moved out of the way. Okay, I'm going to use the law of sines. I'm going to set it up to where I have the sine of my given angle, 38 degrees, is to my given side opposite of that, 6, as the sine of, what I need to use here is angle C, which I don't know what that is. I'm just going to write angle C, is to side C, 12. Okay? So now I'm going to clear out the fraction by multiplying both sides by 12. Okay, so the 12's reduced there. So I have actually, you know what, that I see right here, the 12 and the 6 will reduce. That doesn't always happen, but hey, if we can reduce, we might as well. So this is equivalent to 2 times the sine of 38 degrees equals the sine of angle C. Let's solve for angle C by taking the inverse sine of both sides. So the inverse sine of 2 times the sine of 38 degrees, that number, that's going to give us the measure of angle C. And then we also maybe need to think about, hey, We might have quadrant 1 and we might have quadrant 2. We might have an acute triangle and we might have an obtuse triangle. We need to kind of think about that. All right, so when we go over to our calculator and we ask our calculator, let's just punch in all of this, okay? What angle, calculator, has a sine value of 2 times the sine of 38 degrees? Close out the 38, close out the inverse sine parenthesis, and it is going to say, math sass, nope. Okay, now here's why that happened. Is because this quantity in here with the 2 times the sine of 38 degrees, y'all check out what kind of thing we get when we punch in 2 times the sine of 38 degrees. We're going to get a number bigger than 1. Okay, so we're asking our calculator, what angle has a sine value of 1.2313? It's going to say there's not an angle that has a sine value that's bigger than 1 or less than -1. You know that, okay? We talked about the domain of inverse sine. And so this is an example of, since this angle does not exist right here, okay? This is where we have for our answer, no triangle. And what has happened here is like the case where we discussed where A, and actually it would have been the angle B, really, in our problem, wasn't long enough to close up and give us a triangle. Okay? So that's really actually what happened, and you're going to see that when you do the inverse sine. Okay? You're going to see that we get no triangle here for our answer. That's kind of strange, but you're done. You just say no triangle. That's your answer.